Hey everybody, this is your live streamer, Freeman Sullivan. I'm out here at the Ferry Building looking for the Egyptian protest. There's a lot of people down here today, and the protest has been moved. So we're out here looking for it right now, and I don't really see anybody yet. I was on the phone with Ahmed, and he said that he was on his way down here. So that's what we have so far. Today MSM is reporting that turnout is heavy in Egypt. They're going to keep the voting polls open until 12 noon, and so it'll be interesting to see what the result will be. I have seen early results on Twitter, and it looks like the Constitution is going to be passed, but those are early reports, they're unconfirmed, so we really don't know what to say today. One thing that can be mentioned is that there's allegations of widespread vote rigging, which would not be unusual. So we're down here at the Ferry Building in San Francisco. If you're down here, we do invite you to drop by. Still looking for the protest. Must say that it is a wee bit chilly out today. Actually, wish I had some gloves. This is usually about the coldest it gets here. Yeah, that's right, everybody. Just walk right in front of the streetcar. So we'll be here for the next 2 to 3 hours. That is, if we can find a demonstration. It was originally called for the Valencourt Fountain, which is, I don't know if you can see it off in the distance there, but it's right in the center of the frame. And that was where the demonstration was originally called for. But the organizers decided to move it. Hey, Santa. The organizers decided to move it to the Ferry Building here. So I'm just sitting here in the best position to see things, and don't see anything just yet. A lot of holiday shoppers. Yeah, let's see, we got one cop on a bicycle over there across the street. He's kind of checking out on things. I know he was informed of the protest, so. The organizers did try to get a permit, but were denied by Park and Rec because of the crafts market over across the street here, the arts and crafts market. So. See what happens. And I'm waiting to tweet out. Before I start tweeting out, I want to make sure that this event is actually going to happen. Still looking for the demonstration. Oh, there's David. How's it going today?
Good, how you doing?
You know, cold, a little chilly out today, huh?
Yeah. Think about Minnesota and you'll feel warmer.
Oh, yeah. Or when I go to Brooklyn.
Where's everybody?
I don't know, I've been looking around too.
15 minutes ago.
Ahmed is late, he said he's on his way. I just talked to him on the
ferry building.
Yeah, this is the best spot to be. But I really publicized this event.
It's a beautiful poster.
Oh, thanks.
It's nice.
You know, so I did a lot to try and publicize the event. And then I had a couple of discussions. I'm going to put this on silent for a second. Well, just with Ahmed personally, because he's trying to distance himself from having the Occupy name associated with Ahmed, right? And while I can understand why he feels that way, we're his base of supporters, you know, and he has to understand that.
You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, you know.
Ask for support and you get it, or you go to the Democrats or someone else who
exactly.
won't really support you anyway.
But you know, I still support him. You know. I'm trying to get him set up so he can make some money. You know, but
doing what?
Just doing teaching English and teaching Arabic. I mean, he's got a, you know, he's a brilliant guy. He's not
talked
stupid.
with me for almost a month when he first got here last spring.
Yeah, well,
he's a little bit.
He's not the healthiest. He's not in the best of condition.
Intellectually brilliant, but day-to-day logistics are not his strong point.
No, well, he's always grown up in a lap of luxury. His family has a 200-year tradition of radicalism in Egypt, you know. So, and you know, they've been around for quite a while.
He's an organizer. He's used to having an assistant. That's it.
Oh yeah, he's totally spoiled.
Keeps
Are you
his
kidding?
appointments and
Should have seen it when I took him to New York. I'm like, dude, you know, you should be glad you're in a house instead of a hotel.
Yeah.
You know, they had a problem with the cat.
Oh yeah.
He's allergic.
There's Peter.
Yeah, I know. See, our guys are going to show up, and then the Egyptian folks will be here.
I just figured, the organizers will be here.
Well, they went out of their way to deal with the cops and Park and Recs.
Yeah.
And I would have said, don't bother, because they're not going to give you a permit anyway.
Yeah.
And just, you know, just show up someplace.
Unfamiliar and from a more repressive place in their immigrants. So I actually feel like it's an important principle to uphold, that we have a right to gather at large. I mean, as long
doesn't
as
matter.
Setting up like a rock and roll sound system for the amphitheater.
My big thing right now is I'm hoping that the rain holds on. It's raining right now.
Yeah, it sounds like it's good.
Fortunately, there's cover here. We can go across the street.
That just got off the ferry.
Hey, David, what's happening with the Egypt thing? Is it?
Well, we're here.
Here we are.
Here we are. How are you?
Well, we're here, yeah. I got the sound turned off.
They kept changing the location, so I thought we were supposed to be along the Embarcadero.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too.
The last one was ferry building, and
maybe they changed their venue entirely.
There's somebody with some signs.
Yeah.
Maybe they went to the.
There's Bob.
Oh, it's Bob.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all within a block or two.
It's supposed to be in solidarity with these other people, but the solidarity part is here, but
the solidarity part.
Egyptians aren't here.
Well, Ahmed's on his way. I know that. I just spoke to him.
Huh?
They're here.
Well, I wonder if there would be a counter.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be a totally fraudulent election. There's like extensive vote rigging that's already been.
Well,
I mean, honestly, part of it is.
And I guess that constitutionally.
Yeah, because I was looking at some of the early results that started to come in, and it's like 10 to 1, 10 to 1 for the Constitution.
Well,
right.
They were very clever. I mean, they were out in the country helping the poor, and it's religion.
Yeah, well, I have an article at number 2. Well, I looked at the Constitution yesterday, and Article 2 is like, that's the first one that I find offensive, that they want to create a secular state. And they're not a secular state, but
they want to create a secular state?
No, they want to create a state under Sharia law.
All right.
Which is like, you know, totally against everything I stand for.
Yeah, Yeah.
It's like, that's like having the Christian fundamentalists run the United States.
No,
You know,
it's
very similar.
Same thing.
Yeah. You know, fucking, there's idiots in all religions. There's Ahmed right there.
Yeah. Flag up there to find it. People can find you.
I'm hoping that KTVU shows up here
There's
too.
There's like 100 Santas that got off the ferry.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool.
We're
confused all the...
at noon at
oh yeah. Oh, somebody brought an Egyptian flag. I'll put the... I guess I wasn't muted. Oh well. Anyway, hi viewers. We're just beginning our live stream here of the rally in solidarity with Egypt. We're out here on the Embarcadero in San Francisco. I'm here with my friend Dave Solnit. Say hi to the audience, Dave.
Hey everybody.
Yeah, there's people watching. So we're glad that you're here. If you are in San Francisco and you're in the area, do drop by and join us. We'll be here till 3 p.m.
Ferry building.
At the Ferry Building, yes. Accessible by all forms of public transportation here in San Francisco. So it's very easy to get to. Got all kinds of Santas out here today. We're just remarking on that. We're actually hoping that the rain holds off for a little bit so we can get our message out and support of the people of Egypt for a just constitution. Because right now, the way it stands, personally, I read the Constitution yesterday, and I was personally offended by Article number 2, which is to establish the state under Sharia law, which personally denies all the other people in Egypt a right to a free and equal society. Hey, how you doing, man? So we got the Occupy folks here. Hey, how's everybody doing?
Wonderful. There's David. Lisa. That's quite a big one. Huh? Hey, dude.
I know. Well, you know how the action comes. Now you brought an Egyptian flag. Great Egyptian flag. Do we get to burn it afterwards? No.
This is Lisa Propeller. Well, that's a good thing. Oh, my little one is ashamed now.
We got signs and that's about as cold as it ever gets here in San Francisco, believe it or not. It's a little cold in its valleys, but if this is as cold as it ever gets, it's not too bad. I'm glad to see some occupiers out here. Former occupies. Now that Occupy has been declared dead, which is a total complete bunch of bullshit. I don't know if anybody caught that article in Wired magazine. You know, there was definitely some points about it that were good that they were making, but they failed to mention all the organizations and all the groups that have sprang out of Occupy that have had a broad effect as well. There we go. Here's our poster boy for the Egyptian Revolution, Ahmed Salah.
We are starting a protest here to show support to our friends and our comrades in Egypt. Today is the day of the illicit referendum. That we have very wide reports of incredible amount of irregularities and rigging, and we are here to stand against the dictatorship and fascism that is being born in Egypt.
Okay. What do you think people watching the video at home should be doing?
I believe that they should show their support. They should write to their representatives, senators, White House, and they should tell them just very simply why the United States is supporting a new dictatorship that is fascist, that is using religion, and is trying to become a new Iran.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, that was Ahmed Salah, Egyptian expatriate, one of the organizers of last year's Tahrir Square uprising. Do log on to the social stream and chat. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions if you have any for Ahmed or anybody else that's here. Nothing yet. Anyway, it's cold out here today. Actually wish I had some gloves. Last year about this time, I guess we were across the street over here at Bradley Manning Plaza. So much different this year. No more occupiers in front of 101 Market Street. It looks like we're getting a good turnout here today. Rally in support of the Egyptian Revolution. Yeah, I stopped reading it at Article 2. That was the second one. I said, there's really no more I have to read. I mean, I looked at the rest of them, but Article 2 was the one that, like, I would be out there protesting that as well. You know, to establish a state under some Sharia law. That was kind of, that's the same as if you took the Bible thumpers here in America and you let them control what went on in society. Got to have a separation of church and state. We got to get something going on the street here in a minute, I guess. Why this demonstration is important to you, the viewer, here in the United States, is that Egypt is the second largest recipient of American foreign aid to the tune of $2.1 billion a year. And it was interesting to note that Morsi, his rhetoric steadily increased after he had met with the Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, to broker a peace deal between Gaza and Israel. And that gave him the upper hand, kind of in Egypt, where he was able to consolidate his power a little more and make these steps that we're protesting against today, as well as the referendum, which has been already criticized as having widespread voter fraud. I mean, it's like 10-1. The early returns that I saw from the constitutional voting. So that seems to me like fraud, considering all the people that were out in the streets protesting the event. We're still gathering here today at the Federal Building, and we're glad you're watching. Chilly day out here in San Francisco. Windy. Looks like it might rain at any moment. Fortunately, we have some cover down here, so we don't have to get wet. Oh yeah, they were going out to Union Square. That's a holiday tradition. I'm not a real big Christmas fan myself. we're going to move out to the street here in a minute. Give everybody a little perspective on the action out here. We're getting a good showing from Occupy, which is quite nice. It shows you that Occupy is not dead, at least not here in San Francisco. We might not be out on a one-on-one market anymore, but we're still around, and we haven't given up. So glad that you're watching. If you have any questions or requests, you want me to say hi to anybody down here, anything like that, just tweet me on the social stream. That's Ruthie, yep.
She made them.
All right. Another larger Egyptian flag, yay. Personally, I don't really believe in flags. I think the only flag we should have is the black flag, because we're all people here on the earth together. We're not separated by nations. When you're out in space and you look at the earth, you don't see borders. I'm buttoned all the way up today. A little more perspective of the action. So we got about 30 people here so far. Not a whole lot going on here at the moment. People are gathering. We've got about 30 to 40 people here so far, and we're actually getting more and more Egyptians that are showing up. We will interview some people here shortly. We're out here protesting the referendum on the Egyptian Constitution. I believe that most Egyptians here are against the Constitution. Personally, I can say that I'm against Article 2, which establishes an Islamic state much similar to Iran. And we all know how Iran is going right now, and how they've totally repressed their people during the Green Revolution a couple of years back. So that's where we stand on that issue. We do have a strong showing here by Occupy, which is good. What's up, Robert? What, that was you?
How are you?
Oh, not too bad. Just trying to stay warm.
Sneaking up on you.
All right. I'm kind of watching the world through a camera lens right now.
Well, it's beautiful with a couple of my buddies here. A couple of our buddies.
Yeah, we got a good nice turnout today.
Good.
It's like.
So when let's do Bradley Manning, huh? Or people didn't want to? Or?
They couldn't get a permit.
Yeah.
Because of the arts and crafts fair. Okay. So they decided to move it over here.
Okay.
Which this is actually better.
Yeah.
It's more visible. Lots and lots of people down here today because of the coming into San Francisco because of the holidays.
Yeah. Couple are regulars. Oh, very good. Very good. Very nice. So good to see you. Good to see you. How you been? How you been? Yeah, it has.
Did you send the email?
Getting around up again. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But getting around, probably. Yeah. No,
How you doing?
I'm kind of just.
You're Robert.
Yeah, kind of observing.
Yeah, it's nice to see you.
Clark's live streaming. You live streaming?
Yeah, on the internet.
Public?
How are you doing?
Hey, not too bad. Not too bad.
My buddy Clark. Yeah.
Just trying to stay warm.
Yeah, right.
Gonna be out here for a while.
Yeah.
So.
2 hours.
Supporting the people.
Well, it's set until 3. So we'll see. We'll see if we actually make it until 3. Doesn't look like the police are going to break it up. Well, you know, anything with the Occupy name on it has been stamped like a terrorist, domestic terrorist.
Well, then I invite them to come tell us that. We'll have a discussion.
I'm just saying.
Well, you know, I've thought pretty deeply about a lot of this. Is that I wonder, you know, what kind of things did come out of our group? Right?
Well, we're here, aren't we?
So
like this demonstration.
Well, if people say things.
Did you read the Wired article?
You know. Oh no.
The death of Occupy.
Oh really? When did that come out?
It's online. Just go to the Wired website.
But
it had a lot of good criticisms of Occupy, which I agree with.
Yeah.
But it did. You know what has come out of Occupy? Well, now we have a core group of people that are dedicated to revolution. That is like established now. It brought a lot of people back together in the radical movement that weren't together before. It established 90% consensus as the best way of organizing political groups. Personally, I won't be part of a group that's hierarchical anymore.
Yeah.
I got spoiled by Occupy.
Well, I learned a lot over the last year or so, and I'm understanding that perspective so much more now.
Yes.
When I see how these top-down organizations, you know, and some are pulling down pretty big salaries, you know, and you go, well, where's the rank and file? What does the rank and file think about this, right? And that's us, that's the people, right? So, you know, those people, I experience this at my job. Everything's top-down. Well.
Chain of command, right?
Well, that's frustrating to the workers who are trying to do a good job. They work very hard to in my position, you know, I arrange the books in a library, okay, and I'm an expert at it, okay. But sometimes that doesn't get respected.
Pretty good. What's going on here?
Yeah, well, library work.
Oh, I'm a lowly.
But you're supposed to listen for yourself.
Shelter. And I'm glad to be that way.
Yeah, not a lot of pressure.
I'm glad that.
Right. Because like usually, when I go to work, I can't leave until it's done.
Yeah.
You know.
And, you know, I have certain they like to use benchmark
President Obama has
and all this other kind of control
several
stuff that goes
F-16
on.
fighter jets to the force of government. Is that a good or bad?
And that's okay. And I set standards for myself, but too much about. But speak of the workers in general. You know, for instance, I was in a Noah's Bagels just yesterday, right, not too far from here in San Francisco, downtown, right in the financial district, and this nice lady brought our sandwiches over to the table for a couple of buddies I was getting sandwiches for, and she brought it over, and when I went up to give her a tip, she told me the owner says she can't Tips.
And what would you like to ask people at home watching my video?
Excuse me. I lived for years on tips. I mean, I paid my rent with tips for years. Okay, and to deny somebody the ability to make a decent wage, and I'm not just talking about a minimum wage in San Francisco. I'm talking about a living wage. Okay, and I got to tell you, I saw a little bit of interest, but I sure wouldn't want to put anybody at risk, and I didn't encourage them to do anything to get by, because I think those things are going to take time over a long period of time. Maybe it'll be a 5-year struggle. Okay, where you get the workers to realize you're being exploited. Okay, demand good wages. Heck, you're in San Francisco.
There's already a movement in New York that I'm aware of, where fast food workers are going out on strike because they're only paid $7.50 an hour in New York. And how anybody can live on $7.50 an hour in New York, which is more expensive than here in a lot of ways. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I'm grateful that the good people of San Francisco voted to have a higher minimum wage.
Yeah.
They really did.
Yeah,
because they get it.
I designed a website for that.
Yeah. You did?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Tom Amiano sponsored that when he was supervisor.
Local, he's an assemblyman.
Assemblyman.
He's assemblyman.
Recently reelected.
Amiano's great. Always. Yeah. But he was a teacher.
Yeah, friend of the people.
He's a teacher. An educator. Oh, how are you? I'm okay. Yeah. Come on, a little support. How are you, Ruthie?
It's cold out here. Makes you wish I had brought a tripod instead of this monopod.
So it's nice to see a little bit of action so close to our home base here.
Yeah, we're getting bumped out of the headlines because of the shooting.
Right.
Which was awful. I personally think the only way you're going to stop it is by giving teachers a gun. They do in Israel.
Well, if the gun industry keeps having its way,
well, they should do more background checks on people that are buying guns. Right.
Well, these guys are making profits off of our fear.
Well, it's hard to buy a gun, and you can't buy a gun in the city of San Francisco legally anymore.
There's a gun shop, isn't there?
Yeah. Well, personally, I believe in the right to bear firearms.
Well, what about bazookas? Believe in the right to have a bazooka?
Well,
military assault rifle?
Well, you have to understand, my family, 800 years they spent making swords and guns.
Is that your background?
Yeah, Daggendorfer. And we still have it's abandoned now, but it's not abandoned, but it's shut down. There's a factory that's still there that used to manufacture weapons all the way up until the end of World War II. And so my family was involved in that for many, many, many years. And like, if you go to my house in Maryland, we got a huge, we must have at least 200 or 300 guns there.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's all legal and everything. Most of them are museum pieces.
They should probably be in a museum.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the way I'm looking at it too. But, I think that we need our arms to protect ourselves against the police.
If we keep letting the gun industry have its way, I would agree with you.
Yeah, well, guns are mass marketed.
Okay. The gun industry is a money-making industry that's making money off the deaths of American people.
Well, what do you think most of our guns are going to? Egypt.
Well, we're the largest arms dealer in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
$2.1 billion worth of military aid goes to Egypt every year.
But by promoting guns for teachers, then you're...
Well, it's just for self-defense,
though.
Yeah, but it's self-defense.
Well, certainly, yeah, because an industry is going nuts.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what they do in Israel.
What if the coal industry decided to double the amount of production?
Plus, we need to teach our kids gun safety. Right, that's really important because I was taught never to point a gun at anybody ever, and that if I was caught pointing a gun at somebody, I would lose all privileges to any kind of access to firearms. Right.
Well,
and that was real important to me as a child. My uncle gave me a Colt 45 for my 13th birthday. So, and when we had a big farm, and we used to run around with guns in Maryland.
Can I make this point?
Maryland.
There's a culture. Okay, you're raising a culture.
Yeah.
Even President Clinton, after the Columbine shooting, talked about the culture he was raised in, of being a hunter.
Yeah.
Okay, he says, I know about these things, as you do, Clark.
Right.
Okay, but remember also that there's reasonable gun safety measures
that
that should be put in place in order to protect little kids.
He was only 20 years old. The guy who did all the killing was only a kid himself. And he should have waited until he was 21. But
there are those who should be licensed and specially permitted to have them, like the police department, and that you should be able to have a rifle in your home. I agree with that. I'm not against the Second Amendment.
Either. I think the police should have stun things, but not things that shoot to kill.
We're trying to keep the stun guns out of the hands of the police.
And I mean only stun guns. No.
They don't use that kind of stuff in England.
Right, like England.
It'd be the hell out of
the old Billy Club.
Yeah.
So anyway, we should focus on the issue of why we're here today.
That was Egypt.
Because I'll talk
Lola
gun
says everybody should have a water gun. Just a water. The police should have water guns, and then they squirt you with a water gun.
Well, we used to make those and put LSD in them.
A water gun.
Back in the 70s.
Even water guns, I don't like. I was once with some kids, and they were shooting water guns with potato guns, where you shoot a piece of potato. And a woman came over to me off the street. She goes, "I can't believe you're allowing your children to play with that stuff."
My mother stopped allowing us to have guns. We didn't have toy guns in my house after a certain number of years. I think it was with the assassination of Robert Kennedy.
We were given real guns.
Yeah. Well, we were.
Still have them.
Toy guns were banned from our house.
Beautiful guns.
After the shooting of Robert Kennedy with a handgun, Martin Luther King was taken down. Heck, we like to talk about Abraham Lincoln. He was killed with a handgun. Okay, a little tiny thing that somebody could stick in their pocket, do damage, and get away.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, they just had some nut in China that attacked the school.
Yeah.
And he stabbed like many children.
And how are they doing? Those kids?
They're alive.
Yeah.
Nobody got killed out of it.
And they're doing all right. Now, had he had a gun, what would have been the results?
That's probably been dead.
Yeah.
Like, that guy.
So aren't we glad he didn't have a gun?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a good argument for measured safety. I agree with you. I believe in the Second Amendment and the people's right to stand up to a tyrannical government. However, I don't think everybody should have bazookas.
I mean, you don't see everybody.
Do you think everybody should have assault rifles?
You don't see people killing each other in Switzerland.
But what about semi-automatic assault rifles? And they're all very well trained. Yeah. They have to go through training.
See, that's the key.
Training.
Gun safety. You have to teach.
And there's also a violence industry, and the fact that in this country people can't easily get mental health care.
No, that's the other reason.
Okay.
Because all these nuts that are killing people at schools.
Right.
It's been linked to selective serotonin uptake receptors.
But who's been completely against? Here are all these gun nuts. They were also the same ones against national health care.
Right.
Right. So when you have national health care free, a good access to mental health care where somebody's really going through something, why do we make it so hard for them to get care? Heck, Occupy, we had them all over the place.
Oh, God, it was,
okay?
It used to drive me crazy.
I went through a lot of trauma myself
me too.
in the movement. And it affected me emotionally very deeply, and I acted.
I had a friend of mine that got assaulted.
But
I was there when she got assaulted.
Yeah.
We had to call the cops.
Right.
And then after we got to file a police report, and then we had everybody there that was accusing us of being snitches. And I was like, no,
and that's wrong. That's wrong.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
The lady committed a crime.
Say it like it is.
Right? She needed to be arrested.
Right.
Right. And she was in fact arrested.
Well, see, there's an argument that says that people who are in this state, in our present system, you throw them into jail, and then they come out much worse. So that's an argument, and it's an argument.
How's it going today? Good. Not too bad, not too bad. We got a nice little turnout.
I'll get off stage.
Oh, that's okay. We got a nice little turnout here today, don't we?
Very nice.
Nice little turnout. Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
Well done. What's your name again?
Clark.
Clark. Okay, sure.
Freemansullivan. For all you people that are watching.
Yeah.
Got a live stream going. I'm thinking about backing off and getting under the awning here.
Oh yeah.
Because the rain's starting to come down, folks. So I want to back off a little bit.
I've actually got an umbrella.
We got a lot wetter when you're in a wheelchair. Although I'm grateful that I was able to find a nice trench at a thrift store with a liner in it. so I'm not too cold at least. Because that was part of my reason for sometimes having to leave Occupy, was I get so damn cold that I didn't want to catch pneumonia.
Yeah, I'm sick actually too, so I don't know if I can stay too long.
We got a nice turnout of people here.
Yeah.
Good strong showing by Occupy.
What's that?
I said we got a strong showing by the Action Council.
Yeah, sure. So are you going, weren't you going away for the 21st somewhere or something?
I was going to, but I don't have the money.
Oh, okay. Well, me neither, so.
I'm kind of slow right now. And I don't want to have to go back to work for people I don't like.
Same here.
I mean, I got a standing job offer, but you know amount of money you can pay me to do that again.
I feel the same way about every job I've done.
We're getting outnumbered by Santa Claus. I thought there was only one Santa Claus.
Right.
That would have tripped me out as a little kid. You mean there's more than one Santa Claus?
Did you know anything going on here for the 21st?
I haven't really heard anything.
I've heard about a couple
little ones,
but nothing too.
You should let me know if you heard of anything good.
Okay.
Like if there's any good dance events.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good. I didn't think of that.
That's what I'm interested in.
What's that?
I said that's what I'm interested in.
I see.
That's one of the main reasons I'm moving away from the Bay Area, is because as a DJ, there's not enough venues and stuff going on to support me as a DJ economically. House.
Oh really? I love house music. I was deeply involved in the rave scene in the 90s. So.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I was able to make a living at it in the 90s.
What was your DJ name?
Right, Cold Cut.
Cold Cut?
Cold Cut, yeah.
That sounds familiar. Yeah, I'm sure I've heard you somewhere. Is it kind of? It's house, huh?
Yeah.
Cold Cut. Okay.
Well, I was around before there was house music.
Right.
So, but the house is like the whole rave scene brought me out.
The whole rave scene.
The rave scene got me out. And I used to tour around the country, but I'm going to go move. That's one of the reasons I moved to Brooklyn, because it's a lot easier to find places to play.
Huh.
And there's more of an underground scene there,
right?
Which is what it really takes to support the music.
I'm sure I've heard you spin.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I've
been around. I played to as many as 20,000 people.
What clubs like in San Francisco back in the 90s?
All of them.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure.
Right. Mr. Floppy's Flop House.
Oh, that was a little before my time. I started partying about 94 or something.
That's what got me into it. That was the greatest place.
I've heard about it over and over.
Yeah, that was legendary. The party never stopped there until people left.
I see.
Right, there was no quitting time, right? And I was there for like a week once.
Okay.
So didn't want to leave. That was what was fun about it. There was no rules. Eventually caught up though, because the doormen were kind of racist, and they wouldn't let people from the neighborhood. And it was in East Oakland.
Okay.
And the place got shot up.
Oh shit.
So that put an end to that.
Yeah, right.
Everybody was afraid. We got a steady rain coming down here, for people that are watching. So we moved under the awning here in an effort to stay dry. We're real wimps out here in San Francisco when it comes to weather.
I could probably find some of your mixes if I look hard enough online, huh?
Probably.
Check that out.
But I don't spin under that name anymore.
Oh, do you have a new DJ name?
Bedroom DJ.
What is it?
Bedroom DJ.
Okay.
Because I'm not doing any. When I start doing gigs, maybe I'll go back to my old handle.
Yeah, I'm gonna write all this stuff down.
Yeah, if you're interested in house music and you want to hear any of my music online, you can go to Mixcloud facebook.com/ClarkSullivan.
We may be moving across the street. Food is coming from Richard, which we don't want it to get wet, and we're also like getting frostbitten.
Yeah, I'm getting cold.
Yeah.
My hands are cold.
We're gonna go under that overhang.
So Cold Cut, what's the new one?
Bedroom DJ. And I'm on Mixcloud.
Oh yeah, what's the website? Mixcloud.com.
Yeah.
I don't know it, but
that's a good one.
Just do a search for a bedroom DJ on there.
Yeah, just for a bedroom DJ will come up. Or Clark Sullivan.
What's that?
Clark Sullivan too would help. I think the channel, that's what my handle is.
What's that?
I think that's what I'm using on that one.
Okay.
When it comes up, I just started posting to it.
You ever heard the band Cigaros?
Yeah. Oh, I know what put me out of business was well, it was a pretty tragic day in my life. I had about 6,000 records, vinyl,
right?
Like of white labels. About half of them were white labels, and there's a big fire in the building next door to me, and it caught our building on fire, and it warped all my records, all 6,000 of them. There wasn't one that wasn't melted. So I said, "Fuck this! I'm never going to do this again." And I quit DJing for many, many years. And when computer technology finally caught up to the DJ world, that's when I got back into DJing again. Because I mixed everything on Tractor. So.
Is that one of the things where you use records?
No, you can. Well, you could if you wanted. I don't bother with records or CDs or anything like that anymore.
It's not one of those things where you use
everything's MP3s now. And I have about 30,000 tunes, which is 5 times what I had in my record collection.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I've been working on replacing my book collection with something online that's like.
Books? I haven't touched a book in years.
Right.
We have a nice turnout. We're getting kind of scattered because of the rain, folks. Kind of a drag. I have an extra umbrella here if anybody needs one. I gotta keep my hands in my pockets. Brr. Kind of a nasty day out here in San Francisco. This is about the coldest, nastiest weather we usually get. It's good mushroom hunting season though. I'm waiting on my Christmas present from Santa Claus.
I already got some actually. My neighbor went and picked some, which one is it? Supposed to be, what's the 80 caps?
Liberty caps.
What's that?
Liberty caps.
Okay.
That's the ones that are around here in San Francisco.
There's actually this Thursday, there's actually a mushroom hunting expedition group I'm involved with. It's called the San Francisco Psychedelic Society.
Oh yeah?
One of the guys is...
Please do let me know about that. I would definitely want to come to something like that. Because I'm an expert on mushrooms.
Did you go to the Human Being?
No, I was in New York.
Well, it's in the very southwest corner of the park, of Golden Gate Park.
Yeah, I heard about it.
There?
Yeah. I've been there.
If you want to go to this thing, it's Thursday at, hold on, 12 p.m.
Okay.
At noon.
Alright. Everybody wants to move across the street. I'm not so game for moving across the street. I don't see how we're going to stay drier over there than we are here.
Food, I don't know. That's why everybody's going over there.
Oh, okay. It's a food issue?
What's that?
Is it a food issue?
That's a food issue.
You want to give me a push over there?
So how you doing, brother?
Hey, not too bad. How you doing there, Dayster? I don't know if I want to move. Pull up steak a little bit.
Do you hold my sign?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. We're going to go across the street.
supposed to be a guy there this Thursday that
It's good. It's just
he's supposed to be really knowledgeable. I've seen his name all over the website.
okay.
One of the websites. I'm sure where he is.
Yeah, because I studied a little bit of mycology when I was going to.
Definitely something. It's gonna be great.
That's when I wrote my paper on LSD and when I went to Johns Hopkins.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, they handed me the keys to the lab.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So I spent 4 years experimenting. I actually have 6 patent pendings on different entheogens.
On what?
MDMA-like molecules.
Oh right. Well.
Which is, there could be the potential, if they hadn't passed that designer drug law, we could be having, it could be, a lot of stuff that I made could be used for therapeutic use for people like, especially for PTSD.
Yeah, right. I was just talking to someone about
that's a subject that's near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
But I can't do any research because I'll go to prison for.
Because what?
I'll go to prison and face a life sentence. Right.
I see.
And it's scary. It scares the shit out of me. I know that. A lot of people I know went down over the years for significant prison time by the feds, right?
Ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard Shulgin gets to do it just because he like wrote an DEA handbook or something.
Yeah. So we're gonna go over here. It looks like. That's what I would say. I think.
Follow the.
Yeah, I'm not running around out here in the rain. Yeah, we're going to go over here underneath of the. Hey everybody, we're going to be heading over here underneath the awning.
Where are we going?
Right over here.
Under the awning?
Yeah.
Not going that way?
No, there's no place to get out of the rain over there.
Okay.
So we're going to get under the awning here, folks. Our nuts.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
It's wet and raw.
Where do you want me to
Out here, this is
up?
fine.
Okay.
Here we go. Thank you. We're out here in support of the Egyptian revolution. We're against the referendum on the Constitution. Kind of a soggy, miserable day out here, but we're out here nonetheless to show support for Egyptian solidarity and freedom in Egypt.
So what do you think?
Well, the referendum's going to win today because I mean, I saw some of the early returns, and it was like 10-1 for the Constitution.
Right.
That's way out of line with the magnitude of the demonstrations that were going on. So to me, it seems like there's extensive vote rigging that's going on, stuffing of the ballot box. The Morsi regime is actually paying the poor segments of society to come out and vote. They're getting paid to vote. So pretty much this election's a fraud, and that it shouldn't be supported by Americans or anybody else around the world. Any society that's trying to institute Islamic law as primary law is wrong, in my opinion. They need to establish a secular state where church and state are separated. That's very important here in American society.
Hey Clark.
Hey, how you doing?
We were talking just behind you. Could you maybe not live stream her voice?
My voice?
Yeah, her voice.
We're gonna have to move because I can't shut off my. Right, I'm sorry. Right, we are in a public area, and probably nobody heard it.
I just realized we were in this camera shot.
Yeah, I'm not a big one on censorship, and I will fight for my right to live stream. And I'm quite adamant about it.
And we're all the better for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that technology is all good, but
well,
this is fighting for our side of the.
The only time I'll draw the line is
Lisa, right? How you doing? Good, David.
yeah, you don't have to be afraid of the live stream.
I was gonna email you for something.
I was going to email you the other day.
I can tell it to you. Okay. I might be able to find out.
Hey, Christopher, how you doing? Yeah, we got a lot of Santa Clauses here. It is Christmas season.
Nope, I don't know why. It says email David at question mark. Okay, it's Chris Shepard.
The old hands are cold.
And
I'll put it back in my pocket. Put it all on.
Oh, I think I was just to remind you about
putting you on the list. Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
I did. Sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine. I was worried I missed it because I found a bunch of other mailing lists that I signed up to in my junk box, you know. It got thrown out before I realized that. But I'm trying to do that tomorrow.
Email.
Okay, you on the one, ON, and then the number 1 at hotmail.com.
Sorry for the terrible camera angles, folks. We're kind of trapped under here on an awning that's above us. Try to stay dry.
And if you forget, it's probably on the last page.
Which is unedited. I don't edit any of my streams. I just post them on YouTube.
Okay, we're all for,
well, it goes against my principles.
transparency here.
Try to maintain it that way. Yeah, we're trying to organize a live streamers users group for people that are interested in live streaming, that want to know more, that are looking at the legal issues, how to get the best coverage, how to organize a production team, which has so far eluded me here, because I usually have a couple of people that help me out with live streams, usually somebody on at home to deal with trolls, which I haven't really had a problem with trolls, but some live streamers do. Once you get noticed by the trolls, it never ends.
Are you talking about, which website are you talking about that people troll on?
No, just general.
Oh.
That neocons are paid to troll live streamers.
Yeah, okay.
So you need somebody to moderate to...
you mean on live stream?
Yeah, on the live streams. Yeah. Sometimes you have to have somebody to moderate. And then also, I like having a director with me to help me get interviews and things like that.
Wait, are you talking about trolls in person or on the web?
Internet trolls.
Yeah, right. On Ustream, like the chat part. Okay, I haven't even looked at the chat part.
Yeah, it's barely noticeable, right?
Would you like to have one?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, this should be good.
So you think this could spur on America to have another Occupy? Seeing as what happened in Tahrir Square last year was one of the influences for Occupy?
Well, it is going strong, and I really think that not having a central location kind of helps us out.
Really?
Yeah, because I think a lot of people are just holding on to that little spot in front of 101, and because they didn't really have any place else to go. And that's my only problem. Brr, I am cold. I think it's the chilliest I've been since last year.
Yeah, I'm pretty cold, so I don't know how long I'm going to stay.
I know, I wish I regret not bringing gloves.
These aren't helping much for some reason.
Yeah, because you only need gloves for maybe a year in San Francisco. Same way with umbrellas, you know.
Right.
It's like, I think I whipped out my umbrella twice in the last year. So, but I did have the foresight to purchase this coat. Probably, yeah, $16. I couldn't pass it up. And it's got a liner in it and everything, so it helps.
You're up to?
I got a cold actually, so I don't know. That's what I've been up to, and that's also maybe you might not want to breathe in too deeply.
I've been dealing with migraines myself.
Oh really? Yeah, my dad gets those. They don't I think maybe I've gotten one in my life.
Yeah, but it doesn't help enough. Yeah, it helps with the pain. But the main problem I'm having is that I get these little psychedelic like flashes, like lights, right? And they're very disconcerting. You can't see at all.
That's interesting because I know Terrence McKenna died from some.
Yeah, well, I went to the doctor yesterday.
He had these terrible headaches. I wonder if so much psychedelics
No.
gives headaches or something.
No, he developed brain cancer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay out here myself. I was hoping that the rain would hold off until at least an hour, but.
So what are the topics are at the Action Council tomorrow? The agenda?
Dave Whitaker's going to do a report back from Occupy Sandy.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Lobby house and stuff.
Big issue in my life right now. Looking for a new place.
Are you? San Francisco or East Bay?
I don't know.
East Bay, you go back to school, right?
Right, next year, yeah. It's until the fall, though. So.
Also didn't you?
Hey.
East Bay last 1 year, but
oh, really?
Little place in the city a couple years ago, coming back.
Oh, good for you.
Well, we got a pretty good crowd showing up. Well, I was able to kick the ass of management in my building. I really kicked their ass good. You know, like we had a 2-hour meeting. I did all the talking. They were respectful. I had all the upper level management there, and yeah, the bottom line is they're following all my suggestions that I made, and I'm having the EPA come out next week to test for asbestos in our building, and quite possibly we might have to shut down our building completely. So, well, it's not. I'm gonna have to sue the owner, man. They're gonna have to pay for everybody to clean out, right? And I'm looking for a minimum of 5 figures. So, you know, because we are exposed to this extreme health risk, and there's a lot of people with deep pockets on the other end, and you know, we're talking about the poorest people of the poor in San Francisco. So $10,000 would make a real difference in their lives, in improving their lives. You know,
get into another place anyway.
Yeah, get into another place, and you know, maybe purchase an idiot box like a watch, and you know, just little stuff that most of us take for granted.
Get a laptop so they can watch you live stream.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah, I actually have a. That's why I don't go to Action Council, because I host a little NFL party at my house for residents of the building. So, because football is the one common denominator that everybody seems to have in the building, you know. So I have to kind of support that.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't been going to Action Council meetings, because we have football party.
Oh, good.
You know.
That's good.
Yeah, well, I tried to put something that everybody was pretty much interested in, you know, and that was it. But I got a lot of respect for the tenants in my building now. Richard helps me feed everybody there 5 nights a week.
Wow.
So
that's wild.
You know, so we're doing good for the tenants. I operate a Wi-Fi network for people to get on if they have a computer, which gets used. And I live at the Seneca Hotel.
Yes, pliers.
It's like it's third ring of hell. You don't want to live there.
Oh well, I
have zipper breakage, and I think it's because this is too wide.
That sucks.
Pliers, but
that's cold.
No way.
Agent zipper today.
Right on, David.
Yeah, I might be able to fix it. Yeah, he's handy with tools.
Maybe you know a guy who carries a
right.
socket wrench.
He's fixing my girlfriend's bathtub.
Well, I was just as bad for years and years.
Yay!
I used to carry around a laptop, right? And I was so glad when smartphones came out, and then I wouldn't have to carry around my laptop anymore. We do have a nice turnout here for the people that are watching on the live stream.
Okay, maybe it's too much.
We got at least 50 people. We're getting our way up to 100 here.
Oh, you guys are the ones that killed off the dragons and everything that didn't look like this.
I actually know that guy. He's a little out there.
Okay, I cut.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Comes from being homeless for 10 years, 15 years.
I need to pry it apart with the screwdriver. I'll do that when I get.
Yeah, the rain's coming down out here, folks. It's not a pleasant day to be out here. I'm actually thinking about going back across the street just to stay dry. I don't want to catch pneumonia.
Yeah, I got a cold.
Oh, sorry, David.
It's all right. We're not operating under the best conditions.
No peace! No justice! 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 No peace!
I don't want my seat to get wet.
No peace! No justice! No peace! No peace! No justice!
I know my voice is going.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
There we go, folks.
No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
Everybody's huddled underneath this awning out here to stay out of the rain. We walk across the street and I'll give everybody a shot. There we go. That'll give you some idea what's going on out here and how many people are here.
Hey, Craig.
Hey, Clark.
Did you get some action on those the homemade chicken apple sausages? Oh my God, hurt me. So we're gonna feed them again today.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna get City Impact was delivering 5,000 meals, and I said, "Are you going to the Seneca?" They said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I got hot food in the car, and they got cold boxes." So they pulled their group off feeding the Seneca. I'm going to hit them with what these guys aren't going to take.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all hot and ready to go. So.
Okay, well I'll be home after this, so you can just call me. I'll be there.
Oh, we're going right from here to the Seneca.
Okay.
So I'll tell my dude to hold something for you.
Okay. Will do. All right.
Okay.
We're just trying to get a little shot here of everybody that's out here. There we go. All right. I'm gonna get back under the awning.
I say Egypt, you say democracy. Egypt, democracy. Egypt, democracy. Egypt, democracy. Morsi is no more. Egypt is for all. 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 Constitution is no more. Egypt is for all. No peace. No justice. 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 No peace.
Oh, the train. And then he was smashed by a train.
Yeah, watch yourself when this train goes by, everybody. Everybody watch yourself. Don't be standing too close to the train. Tap her on the shoulder. Oh, yeah. Thank you. We need all the Egyptian protesters we get. You got this? No. You what? No, I'm okay. Paper stuff kind of eludes me nowadays. Usually when somebody hands me a piece of paper, it gets shoved into my pocket and never to be seen again. Unfortunately. Got a hearty group of occupiers and Egyptians out here, folks. On this wet, cold day. Not too comfortable for anybody. But we're out here supporting the cause of freedom nonetheless. Burr.
Pirate! Help me here. I mean,
No, I'm good. Actually, I had lunch before I left. Orange juice. I had orange juice too. I'm a fiend about orange juice. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's been helping me out. He said he's been helping us out at the hotel. Wonderful. Meet people. Because in our building, there's a lot of poor people, and especially towards the end of the month, that people go hungry, like literally go hungry. I have people knock on my door looking for food and stuff, right? So I told him, I said, you know, you can't be knocking on my door all the time. So that's when we started serving people meals in the evening, you know, on a regular basis. I'm good, thank you.
I'm okay, man.
I'm on a diet, actually. I dropped 120 pounds since last year.
Always bring us something good to eat. I'll take a little piece of that myself. Thank you.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, wow. Yeah, viewers, I'll give you guys a better camera angle as soon as the rain lets up a little bit. It's coming down pretty good right now.
This is what.
Sorry about that.
More than what you can do, and we are working in very different but we are there, we are getting to know and go with the things, and I love that there's a lot of areas. It doesn't matter how much I need to do. But you know where we are. Well, you know, yeah, but people and we get in this because there is a lot of education field that needs to be done, and I think that along with
good, thank you. Appreciate it.
So yeah, your camera,
That's his.
I'm not sure what the trip is going out, but it was like really good. It was really good. So I'm not sure why.
We have a really good turnout, I think. Considering how crappy the weather is,
Thanks to you.
today is great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I designed
I like your
Your diet, yeah, you are absolutely ravaged. You had to pull that out of
I designed a flyer for today's event.
I'm sorry?
I designed the flyer.
No, you designed
Flyer.
the flyer. Oh my gosh, which one? Is that the one with the
Career Square at night.
The one that has all these colors?
No, I did the one at Career Square at night.
Oh.
It was black and white.
Which one is it? Is it
What?
here?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I want to take a look at it actually. Is it white or?
It's at night. It's Career Square at night. It was taken last week. Right.
That's awesome. I can feel my hands.
Well, we need to get people out here. I believe you and I are friends on Facebook.
Sorry?
We're friends on Facebook.
Oh, we are?
I can't remember your name though.
Dina.
Yeah, you're one of my friends on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah. I got like 5,000 people. So.
Oh. Your name?
Clark.
Clark
Sullivan.
Clark Sullivan. Okay, I look for
Yeah, check for it. I believe we're friends.
It's so funny how, I'm not sure how Facebook works, but there are people who, I see their, things all the time, and I don't see my husband. And then, I tell him, I post a bottle, and he goes, where? I said, don't you see my postings? He goes, no, it doesn't fly by my... So I'm not sure how they work. Like if you maybe are more likely to respond to certain people, and only then you see their postings, I think. So since we're husband and wife, of course I'm not going to tell people.
That's weird. More spirited. Chants in Arabic, which is one language that I have a hard time mastering. I'll stay out here as long as I keep things interesting for you viewers. It's absolutely miserable out here. Cold and wet. Yeah, we're hoping that the rain lets up.
We have tickets often!
How's the big one at Mass?
Well, you can watch out as it, but it really isn't green sleep.
Right.
The story of green sleep, I don't really know. Clark? I know whether my own controlling or what. I can learn some more of those. Two big trucks in the way.
Thank you, sir.
No more! Egypt is for all! No more! Egypt is for all! Egypt is for all! Egypt is for all!
Marching chants.
Egypt is for all! Egypt is for all! Egypt is for all! Egypt is for all! No more! 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 Egypt is for all! Egypt is for all! They have food! Help yourself!
Now let's see if anybody's chatting on the chat.
Let's talk about revolution.
Okay.
What's my version of a revolution? Let's do what we can within the own working structures right now, towards a bigger goal in the future that includes the entire world. I like the idea. I was talking with a good friend the other day who is a solid, hardcore OSFer who's quite ill right now, and he made the point to me that he didn't believe in saluting any national flag because it divides us. It divides us. And I really think we should salute a world flag, really. You know, maybe not any flag. You know, let the power come from the people instead of from moneyed interests, people interested in power. Well, my version of revolution is to, in small ways, just begin. Even Gandhi made that point. Just, you know, it may seem insignificant at the time you're doing it, but you got to do it. Okay, so do it. Just do it.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, now that we have codified in our conduct, which is something that's been lacking, I don't do occupations with people unless we agree to a specific framework before we go out there and do it. And you have to agree, you have to abide by a certain conduct, or else you get tossed.
Yeah.
Right?
Or at least someone can misconstrue what you represent.
Yeah. Well, that would have eliminated a lot of bullshit that went on with Occupy, but we would have had a codified code of conduct. And it doesn't have to be anything that's too difficult to follow. The number one is the nonviolence. That you agree to act with nonviolence. And that pretty much would have killed all the craziness that would have went on. Hey, where are they serving the food at?
Now what I think we have sometimes is different philosophies coming from different countries. I mean, look, you know, if they're rolling tanks into your neighborhood.
Well, that's all the reason to be more non-violent, right?
I'm not a I mean, even Gandhi changed his views when you'd asked him about Hitler.
Yeah, we didn't have to deal with tanks.
They asked Gandhi about Hitler.
Like in Egypt.
Yeah.
Right, what those people are going through over there, like, we haven't seen anything like that since Vietnam.
But do you take up arms? You defend your family and defend the movement?
Well, yeah, that's different though, self-defense.
Yeah.
But you can't fight tanks out in the street.
Coming in too fast, pal.
Yeah, you gotta watch.
Never come in so fast.
You gotta watch him straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go over and get some here in a second. Oh, give you some hot tea.
And also, she comes from
as well. Nice and warm. Buggy. Yeah, that way that's a good idea. That'll keep people from wandering out in front of the train. Ooh, a nice hand warmer.
Good for something.
Yeah, we're all crowded under an awning here, for those of you that are watching. It's wet and cold out here, folks. I don't know how much longer I'm going to last. But we're still out here because we support the cause of freedom in Egypt.
I think we have something.
Excuse me. Pardon me?
Oh, excuse me, here. Can you move forward a little for a second?
Oh, sure.
Do you need any help?
Yeah, could you give me some food?
Yeah, some
That'd be
food?
great.
Would you like a little bit of everything?
Please.
Okay, would you like to
Cold
be in solidarity?
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
And this rain. Burr. Miserable day out here, huh?
It's kind of too bad. Make the most of it.
Try to. I'm not a big fan of wet weather myself. Although we do need the rain.
Closer.
Yeah, we need the rain out here in California, that's for sure. Doesn't rain enough. And my neighborhood will be smelling good again. Almost gagged me last night when I was coming home from the store.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like people, urinate everywhere in San
I know what
Francisco.
you mean, yeah. I used to work down and had a job in lower, like 15th, 14th and Mission. They just smell like that every morning.
Yeah, that's because people don't have anywhere to use the bathroom.
Shopkeepers would always come out with water and something to kind of kill the smell.
Oh yeah, it gets bad. I had to yell at management of my building because I live on 6th Street, right? To go out and hose the building off every day because the stench out there just gets. And then what happens is that it washes right back. The smell comes up inside of the building, right?
Yeah.
That's if they don't.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, she's serving.
Hey,
Let me get away. You know we have a bookstore in Berkeley.
I know. I'm not complaining.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
Have you been there?
Yeah, I've been there like once or twice.
Okay. I work Wednesdays from 10 to 1.
Okay.
So come in. Yeah, but give me your email and I'll remind you. Because we have all kinds of stuff to be interested in.
No problem. No, I'm fine.
Day Comic Party in Arabic. We want to get that into the Middle East because it's actually about each other.
Is it good?
Look at some boot.
Well, you serve a nice plate. The presentation is amazing. Okay, I remember I'm Deandre. Okay. Oh, La Vida. Oh, okay. Barilla. But it sounds like Barilla. Everything
here? Yeah.
Stand up, fight back!
Stand up, fight back! Stand up, fight back!
And there's going to be a need for further. What happened is very simple. Found hail. Unless they can break the hold of where the I know. But just like old times, the revolution in Russia, you don't know where things will go. And that's why we have influence as much as possible around the world. Which includes, well,
but I do agree with you on the violence. On the violence issue, I certainly agree with you.
Thanks.
Certainly.
Hope I don't have to burn that.
And it's also been put to me before that when you talk about an industry, the banking industry, which a lot of us were up against. Talking about, take out a couple of windows. In the scheme of things, right?
Is there anything going on around supporting Egypt?
Not right now.
And those things do get forgotten.
That was like HSBC, laundered multi-billions and drug cartel profits, even solicited them, and not one of them went to jail.
There's an article even in Forbes magazine. I believe the headline is, what does it take to get even arrested? There's a business magazine. Come on now.
Yeah, I know.
That's where I think that a lot of the things that we were supporting and saying are finally sinking in. Yeah, definitely sinking in with the electorate. They took our 1%ers and turned it into a 2%. Okay? Right? That's a theme. We helped establish that, along with our good friends outside Wall Street, New York. Right? So, small hardcore group got out and told the truth.
Right.
Wow. And you know what happens when you tell the truth?
That's ripping. Kidding me.
I'll have another chip.
When do you think Richard needs the most help guard for equipping people
in the evenings?
In the evening?
Between 2 and 6. 2 and 6.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm always working Monday through Friday till 5. Then it's other capacity I can help. Also, I've been recovering from work injury. Work injury. Well, let's talk about health care.
Yeah, no. I need some dental care right now.
That's a very serious situation.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Are you,
I'm on Medi-Cal, but Medi-Cal doesn't cover that.
Now, what is the... Now, what about Healthy San Francisco?
They don't cover dental.
I think that there are some free services. Go to like a school. No?
It's not free.
No?
No, I'm going to wait till I move to Brooklyn.
How much?
To get real work done.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dentists in Brooklyn that'll trade cannabis for dental work. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah. Because I need about $10,000 for that work. I need to ditch this flag. Unfortunately, it's getting in the way of my coverage here.
Just like a silk.
Could somebody take this flag from me?
Oh yeah, I can take it.
Right. There we go.
So you take the part in here?
No, just take the whole thing.
Oh, you do? Oh, not too far from there. I'm to the 10 bus now.
I don't think I'm going to stay much longer. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, there's a paper bag on the floor there.
You guys grab this for me? Thank you. I'm done, thank you.
Go Pete!
No justice.
Go Pete!
Fuck the police.
Go Pete!
No beef. That was one good thing they had in that Wired article. Oh yeah, they talked about the police overreaction and beating of people.
When?
Here in San Francisco.
I mean on December 7th when they cleaned the camp? Okay. So has anybody ever asked for the tapes for that or recordings of what was recorded?
I got them all. I did. And I was trying to actually had somebody who could actually have sued. I got to get away from this strip.
Yeah.
It's getting down my neck.
This is pretty dry right here.
Sorry. I'm just trying to get out of this water. There we go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Because if I have to stick around that water, I won't be sticking around much longer.
So,
Super Egyptian.
Is it reasonable for
on the web for everybody to see?
Telling the truth?
No, it's on YouTube. Right, just go by San Francisco, and there's shitloads of stuff on there.
Because
of that night.
See, when I arrived,
they were beating people out in the middle of the street. Right at Market.
You have that?
Especially if what's his name? Orion Gannon. He was one of the principal people, and they beat him and they left him on the sidewalk. And they didn't call an ambulance for him. He was lying there for a good 2 hours, and nobody bothered to pick him up and take him away. Right? And he was on LSD at the time, and he was really freaked out behind it, which I can pretty much understand. It's pretty fucked up. And I tried to coach him. I even let him stay at my house and tried to help him out to get him to file a lawsuit, but he couldn't keep it together. He couldn't make it to the lawyer's office to show up, because you have to do a certain amount of things, right? Like show up on time to your lawyer's office,
right?
And stuff. I even took some up with an attorney and everything, right?
Yeah.
And I guess he never followed through with it because getting beat on the street like that's worth at least $50,000. It's sort of like a Scott Olson case. He filed against the Oakland Police Department today.
He did.
Or yesterday, I should say. Yeah. And I've had the good fortune of knowing him now because I sought him out, right, once he got out of the hospital and everything. And he's a pretty courageous young man. So he passes the anarchist test. In my world, being an anarchist. Yeah, I think I'm going to end this at the 2-hour mark.
Because I found a lot of the actions. I was able to settle police down. And I was able actually to settle down some of us. In the entrance of diffusing the situation.
Yeah, nobody knew how to fight. That was my big thing. It was like, you guys don't know how to fight. The police. There's ways that you fight them, and you can get away with a certain amount of stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it was my idea, when they had that fence and they started putting that fence up, I said, you can take that fence down. That, you know, it doesn't belong. You know, it's not like it's property issue. Just take all that fence, right? Just take it, right? And they made a big right in the center camp, right? You know, had I not been in a wheelchair at the time, I would have been a lot more effective in getting people together and resisting the police non-violently, right? But still fighting them nonetheless, right?
Fighting them in a way of...
Yeah, I got 41 years of fighting the police experience, right? So I know how to do it, and I know how to get away with it and not be violent, right? And first thing you do is sabotage, right? Sabotage all their vehicles, everyone you find. And it's easy enough to do. All I got to do is get a bag of potatoes. I just take a potato and throw it up the exhaust pipe. That's all you got to do. And you'll take out everyone. You don't have to touch anything, right? I took out a police command vehicle that was parked in front of my house for like about a month after there was a murder, and it was empty all the time. And it was taking up valuable parking space in our, you know, in our hood. And I wanted to see it gone. I got tired of looking at it, you know.
Not that we're actually planning it.
No, but
Are you able to take care of the food?
Just thinking about
yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. No, I mean, you gonna...
Do you want to get into food?
No. Are you gonna...
Oh, I had a plate.
Okay, you got somebody to haul it away and everything?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Thanks. I'm plenty...
Can you take extra food?
Can I? No.
Okay.
I mean, not at the moment. Why?
When we go, we have to figure out what to do with all the food.
Yeah, I can't. I gotta ride the bus and everything. It's too much work.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes. You guys have heard of an American rock band called the Who?
I don't know how long are we supposed to stay here?
I think they're here until 3.
Yeah.
Pretty good, so...
They're British.
What should we get close to do? Yeah.
Their drummer
2's my limit.
was this notorious slave.
Apple sausage.
This will be a problem. Right. I promise it won't be a mess up.
The whole band would wander into work at 3 o'clock.
To go containers or
Show up.
something.
They'd say, "Keith, wait 3 hours." What the fuck?
Boys over there, some children, and they probably go right away.
What about?
Wait, Captain. Tell them this flag's going to get dirty a bit. Taking the boot. You should watch your flag. You're dipping into the food there. Oh no! Watch your flag. You were dipping into the food.
Well, soft.
I think he's hungry too. He's hungry too. The Eagles.
Hungry for democracy.
Hungry.
He is hungry.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we took out most of the Israeli defense computers this week from the anonymous world. We were able to shut down most, because Israelis have been continuously threatening to shut down the internet. And so we shut them down before they could shut down the internet. That was a big anonymous action this week. We bricked most of their non-essential servers so they couldn't use them again. They're one of my favorite targets. I've been seeing a lot of good live streams out of Israel lately, you know, which is pretty cool. And it's starting to give me a window to understand what goes on in Israel a lot better, you know.
I went there.
Yeah.
I went there 12 years ago.
I want to go there.
Yeah, I'm going to Egypt this summer.
Right?
Yeah, I'm going to Madrid, Athens, and then Cairo.
Wow.
So, yeah, I got an opportunity to lecture when I go over there on how to set up encryption, virtual private networks, how to keep the internet running if the internet gets shut down. So there's ways of getting around it, and you don't need to have you don't need to be able to have you don't need to have an IP number necessarily to broadcast the internet. All you need is a chain of Wi-Fi networks, and people can get online using that. So, and there's lots of other different ways of getting around. So I've been invited, especially to Madrid, to go over there, and actually they're paying for all my research right now. They bought me a couple of servers up in Iceland, and I'm trying to get them to give me another smartphone because I'm almost done with my live streaming software that I'm writing, and I'm getting ready to release it. I need to test it out myself, and I don't want to use my phone because try to keep this is what I use to live stream when I need to get another phone, just test it out on, something jailbroke, and I can like reinstall the operating system if I have to. And
so what you're doing is you're installing a little bit of software in order to...
And it's going to be nicer than what anybody's using right now. Like way nicer. I've incorporated all the features of live stream and Ustream and Bambuser. Incorporated all their stuff. I've added image stabilization, which is something that live streamers don't have. Focus, which is only available on Bambuser. And the most important thing is that I was able to rewrite the software so when you're delivering it online, that it's delivered via P2P. So the more people that are watching it, the faster the bandwidth gets. So, and I should have that ready by Christmas. So, woohoo! Anyway, that's one of my sponsors. Big shout out to Global Revolution in New York. Good people out there, dedicated. Especially to Vlad, if he's watching. It's a little late for Vlad, he's in Madrid right now. But there's a lot of good people out there. So, that was my primary reason for going to New York, was to hook up with him. He's like the strategy. He provides a lot of the strategy for Occupy New York. And he did a really good job for the first anniversary because we were able to keep the police like off balance the whole day to where they couldn't corral us and couldn't kettle us the whole time. Because it's really easy to do in New York. Yeah. Because the streets are real narrow and everything.
No pretense of any kind of civil liberties or rights.
Yeah, but at least the cops weren't. The cops don't beat people like they do here, which is kind of interesting. They don't carry nightsticks, right? So they don't do the baton charges or anything like that. Basically, they just use the old snatch and grab, where they'll point somebody out and they'll have two undercovers come and get them out of the crowd. Right? And you can always tell who the undercovers are. But we did a good job in New York that day. I can't wait to go back. Yeah, I think I'm going to let the live stream go. My viewership's down. Oh yeah. How many we got? That's 3 people now. I don't know who they are specifically. Unless they want to chat. And every once in a while somebody comes in and chats. So we're going to go, folks. The weather's kind of crappy. I'm cold. I'm wet. But thank you for watching. And for those of you who follow me on Ustream, and I'll be back soon. Thanks a lot.